Good morning guys, Matthew here and we are back with another video. So today we are doing another review of the tank. So yes, this is my second review of the tank. My first was the Tiger. Then this is going to be the second review of the WZ-111. So the WZ-111 is a Chinese tank. So we're going to compare it side by side with a Russian and a German tank. So a Chinese heavy tank, a Russian heavy tank, and a German heavy tank. So we are going to compare side by side WZ-111, IS-6, and Tiger 2. And after this, I'm going to show you the main differences and how to play the WZ-111 properly and not to screw up. I won't play it like what I usually do because I don't have a WZ-111. So here it is. So the highest in hit point is the Tiger 2 at 1,600 hit points, followed by the IS-6 and the WZ-111 at 1,550 hit points. Then the signal range, the highest is the Tiger 2 at 710, followed by the WZ-111 at 600 meters, and the worst is the IS-6 at 440 meters. That's what we call Soviet. That's what mostly Soviet tanks have. Surprisingly, the WZ-111 is the fastest at 50 kilometers per hour, as well as backwards at 15 kilometers per hour. And this is actually a surprising fact for me that the IS-6 is slower than the Tiger 2 but is faster at going backwards. So in weight, Tiger 2 is heaviest, then followed by the IS-6, and the WZ-111 is only at 44.5 tons. Then they all have three. The IS-6 and WZ-111 have the same crew, but the Tiger 2 has a designated radio operator. The Chinese and Russian tanks has commander/radio operator. The thickest armor is the Tiger 2 at 150 millimeters with 80 millimeters at side and rear. The WZ-111 is 120 millimeters front and side. That means its side is just as strong as its front, so its front is actually not strong at all. It is still strong, but it could be penetrated. Then its rear is 60 millimeters, and the IS-6 has 100 millimeters for front and side, and rear is 60 millimeters, which it is thick, but for a Soviet tank, that is relatively thin. Then the Germans are in the middle at 185 millimeters in turret armor, front 80, sides and rear. Well, the WZ-111 has something to throw at you at 230 millimeters frontal, turret armor 120, sides and 60 rear, and the IS-6 is 150 millimeters front and side and 100 at the rear. So the next thing here is engine power. The IS-6 and Tiger 2 is 700 horsepower, and the WZ is a horrible 520 horsepower, but it is still fine considering its weight, and its power to ton ratio is 13.59 for the IS-6, 11.69, which is fine for a heavy tank with the WZ-111, and 9.87 for the Tiger 2, which absolutely sucks. But the Tiger 2 is my personal tank. It's my only tier 8. I hate the Tiger 2. I just got it for the E100. If you choose mouse or E100, the mouse is better than the E100, but I got the mouse. I got the E100 instead of the mouse because of its speed. The E100 is 10 kilometers faster than the mouse. Okay, the same fire chance. Wow, WZ-111 has two really good at 12%, IS-6 15, and Tiger 2 20 millimeters because its transmission is situated at the front. The view range is 390 for the Tiger 2, 380 for Mr. WZ, and 350 for the Soviets. Third reverse 27 degrees per second for the German, 26 degrees per second for the Chinese, and 24 for the Soviets. penetration, okay, 390 millimeters H. This damage explosion radius. No, that's penetration. So the WZ and what do you call this? The IS-6 has the same penetration at 175 millimeters for armor piercing, 217 millimeters for the APCR, and 250 millimeters for the heat. And the APCR is for the IS-6 at 217 millimeters, and the heat is the WZ at 250 millimeters. And 250 millimeters is really good for tier 8. It will just penetrate anything. For the Tiger 2, it's 225 millimeters. I think this is a better lighting. 225 millimeters. So the standard round of the Tiger 2 is better than the premium round of the IS-6, so I prefer the Tiger 2 over the IS-6. So the IS-6, it's really not a good tank. I don't recommend the IS-6. If you are just like Soviet power, then just get the IS-3, because the IS-6 is more suited to tier 6 and tier 7 matchups. So it's IS-6 should be in like, it's suitable for tier 6 and tier 7 matchup, but it's not, considering its matchmaking is tier 7, tier 8 and tier 9 matchup. So shell price, wow. Okay, Tiger 2 is more expensive, which is obvious, but it's only 5 credits more expensive, so who cares though. The DPM of the WZ 111, these are all the standard rounds. For the Tiger 2 is 1846. For the IS-6 is 2000. For the WZ 111 is 1872. So as you saw there, the damage of the Tiger 2 and the WZ, like if you look at the first part, the IS-6 is always just behind, and that's why I don't recommend it. But it does do some advantage when you count on the DPM. It does 200. It has 200 more DPM than those two tanks. That's the only good part about the IS-6. But other than that, I don't really recommend it. Rate of fire is 5.77 for the Tiger 2, 5.13 for the IS-6, 4.80 for the WZ. Reload time is 11.70 for Mr. IS-6, 10.40 for Mr. Tiger 2, and 12.50 for the WZ. Accuracy 0.46, not bad for the WZ and the IS-6, and it even matches my color, Soviet power. And 0.31 for the Tiger 2, which is not bad. Aiming time 3.40 for the Russians and the Chinese. They're very much alike because they're both they're like the technology of the Soviets, the technology of the Chinese were just from the Soviets because they're both communist countries. 2.50 for the Germans. Ammo cap 45 for Mr. WZ, 30 for IS-6, 42 for the Tiger 2. So that's going to be it, guys. Don't forget guys to drop a big thumbs up for this video and subscribe. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.